Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And today, an incredible match between Innovation and Serral here in Automaton, the latter edition from their series from Katowice 2019. Left side of the map, a little bit down from center, is the blue Zerg player. You know him as Serral. And in the top right-hand corner, the blue Terran player. He's been around for longer than I've been casting. It is Innovation. Remember when Innovation was a baby and he was just starting to play StarCraft? He was just starting to come into his own. Husky started casting him and he was like, this guy's young, but he's great. And you will see great things from him, and Husky was right. Husky was right about Innovation. Missed that guy. He did actually do some streaming of StarCraft on YouTube the other day. I don't know if he's come back. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but I'm upset about how he left the community, but at the same time, he's the reason I got started. He was my inspiration. And as a result, I'm always going to be grateful to him for that. A lot of good hours watching Husky back in 2009, 2010. Back when it was in the beta, I was watching games on his channel. All right, so nothing crazy here. Got a Rax first year of Innovation, Hatch, Gas, Pool from Serral. 17 pool, so nothing too crazy going on. Overlord Scouting does not expect Innovation to proxy him at this stage of the game and can't necessarily say that I blame him. Now, Innovation's going to get a Reaper because he's really good at Reapers, and there it is. Reaper's name is Lost Vikings, a trio of 3 Vikings who are always lost. The Lost Vikings managed to wander off during a game of Heroes of the Storm and somehow ended up in a Terran Reaper facility. All 3 managed to get stuck in a single Reaper and sent into battle. How they're controlling their movements is really anyone's guess. Yeah, man, true fact. I played the Lost Vikings back when it was new and shiny on my old PC. I believe it was a DOS game at the time. I don't think it was Windows yet. Man, it was so long ago. I'm not entirely sure, but it was a lot of fun. And I kind of wish I might actually end up playing it on stream over at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin someday. I have kind of turned that into my nostalgia channel. I play StarCraft 2 on the weekdays, and then I play old stuff on the weekends. Currently Baldur's Gate. If you've ever played that one, interested in watching me do it, hit me up at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. Otherwise, it's Archon mode and mono battles and 2v2s on the rest of the weekdays, 3 times a week with Summicron. All right, so Reaper's here. He is the Lost Vikings, all rolled into one Reaper suit. And yeah, I mean, we've seen this dance 80,000 times on my channel and other places. There's just not... I don't know. I kind of consider this one of the more boring things in all of StarCraft, is the Reaper shows up, tries to kill some Lings. Maybe he'll get one, maybe he won't, but really affects almost nothing in the game. He forces some Lings out that Innovation... Innovation forces Lings out that Serral could otherwise use to make drones, and yes, that's a big deal. But it's just not... It doesn't ever change. It's always the same thing. I'd like to see some different openers here from Terran. Sometimes they just go first Marine, and then go Overlord hunting. And that's fun, but at the same time, it just doesn't require... Oh, good micro. No! He gets the drone! Lost Vikings gets the drone. The third base of Serral is delayed by our Reaper buddy here. He's healing up with that combat drugs. Watching him glow green. He's heading home. I don't know why. I honestly think he probably could have done the same thing here if he turned around and come back in, but it's cool. He delayed. He delayed the third base by Serral. It's 3.5 minutes. Serral is displeased by that, and Innovation looking good. Looking good so far. All right, man. Innovation, what's our follow-up going to be? What's your tech of choice? It's going to be Marines. It's going to be Stim. It's going to be a Starport, probably with Medivacs. Going to try to kill this Overlord. Dude, free Overlord Serral. Serral gets his third delayed and is going to lose a free Overlord at the 4-minute mark. This Overlord, yes, your first Overlord scouts, and there's Marines. You can't do anything about it. But this early, and he wasn't even scouting. He didn't even get any scouting information. That Overlord just died. I don't know what's going on here. Serral looks like he's off his game. I don't know who wins this match. I didn't watch it when it was live. I did not watch the replay file before I loaded it up. I don't ever do that unless I cast something and for some reason the microphone quality is horrible. Most of the time there, I will actually go back and recast it. And in that case, I'll know what happens, but for the most part, I don't. Yeah, man, Innovation, he doesn't like mech, I don't think. The games that I watch him play, it's always Marine, Marauder, Medivac. Got some Widowmines in there, got some Liberators too. Eventually getting into Ghosts. Like, Innovation games are always kind of the same thing, which is maybe why he hasn't really won a major tournament recently. He just hasn't. He's been maybe predictable, right? He's going to do the same stuff most of the time here. It's not Hellions. It's not Hellions, obviously. We've got a double Medivac drop. We're missing 1 Marine, but it's going to come a little bit earlier. all the more for that. But Serral has enough lings. He's got some queens here. He can sort this. Look at this, just lings scouting all over the place to get that vision. Did he scout this? I have to imagine he saw this medevac. Yeah, man, the lings are coming into it to intercept it, or they missed. Either way, there's creep, right? You're gonna have to come onto creep at some point. You can't just fly over the Zerg creep, get into a main base, and start attacking stuff without Serral seeing it. So a big attack. The good news is he got all of his Marines unloaded. He's going to kill some creep tumors here. There are a bunch of queens. 1 queen goes down. Another queen. 3 queens go down. 4 queens go down. Oh, a medevac gets picked off in the process. But dang, 4 queens killed there. That was insane. Innovation with the pickoff. That's going to slow down the injects that Serral is able to do. Actually, is it? Well, no. He's got 1 queen per base still. He was just making a million queens, and that's something that I've learned in my playing of StarCraft, is if you make a million queens, it's going to be good. It's going to be good against this type of stuff. It's going to be good against Hellions and Hellbats. It's going to be good against Battlecruiser Rush. If you have 8 queens on 3 bases, you're never going to regret that at this stage of the game. It helps you with your creep spread. They can transfuse each other if they get attacked. It's really good. Queens, man. Queens are the answer. I mean, I don't know. I've watched Snoot do this for years now, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to internalize that, but queens, man, queens are good. I guess it's because I'd rather make drones, or I'd rather make Zerglings with that money, but queens are worth their weight in gold in the early stages. Killing more tumors, innovation here. Looks like Serral's going for banelings. He's got centrifugal hooks on the way, +1 melee, +1 melee armor is in production. Does he have anything else? Nope, that's all the upgrades for him. Innovation, no surprise here. He is producing additional barracks. He's getting an armory just for those further upgrades. I have to imagine maybe eventually he will get into Thor's. But for the time being, it looks like he's happy to go with these Marines. Man, another creep queen down. The number of queens killed is kind of nuts right here. That was the wrong button. That was pause. But yeah, Baneling on creep is going to do very well against Marines with medevacs. Going to try to come into the high ground, upper level here. It is high ground. And Lings get that surround. A Marine gets left behind and murdered. Then the low ground, and then the dance, and the high ground, low ground dancing here by Innovation and Serral. Serral and Innovation have both done this about 3 million times each in their entire life. Serral is scouting the 3rd base. Innovation is trying to land it here. They could actually block this with that Ling, but he decides not to. He's in the wrong place for it. And he starts attacking it, but then a Marine comes over and shoots him in the face a few times, and he dies. Innovation hanging around with his bio. There are Lings and Banelings. They are fast Banelings. They are so scary. Serral's at 129 supply. He'll be maxed out in about 2 minutes at this rate. I have to imagine it's going to be Mutalisk here. I'm trying to figure out what else he's going to go for. Besides Lings and Banelings, he's got the lair, but he's done absolutely nothing with it other than maybe upgrades? No, he really hasn't done that either. Got some Lings running on in, but yeah, there are SCVs, there are Marines, there are tanks to shut that counterattack down. Couple SCVs die, but nothing much of consequence. And here we go, creep spread. Getting denied a little bit here. 4th base of Serral under attack by Innovation. There are enough Lings and Banelings to really destroy this. The tanks, though, the tanks are set up here. What a beautiful setup here. Lings from the backside. Oh, actually distracting the tanks. All the tanks are going to die. Everybody on the ground is dead there, too. And Innovation fleeing for his Terran life there. So good pressure here by Innovation thus far, I would say. However, Serral's at 66 workers, 61 armor supply, 131. He's on 4 bases. He's basically got as many workers as he wants just about. Ling counterattack, going to shut down this attempt at the 4th command center out of Innovation. Serral very pleased about that one too. Just running around. They're +1/+1 Lings, man. They're +1/+1 Lings with Baneling support. However, tanks still frighten them quite a bit. There's only 1 tank here, but it's enough to get Serral out of there. I almost feel like he could have gotten something done there, but he decided to pull back instead. Keep spreading that creep. Working on Hydralisks, working on upgrades for Hydralisks, as well as an infestation pit to go for that hive tech, which you really need to beat Innovation in a game past the 10-minute mark. I just don't think Lingbane Hydra can do it. I don't think Roach Ravager is going to do it. I don't think Lingbane Muta necessarily is going to do it. You need that tier 3, either Ultralisks or Broodlords or something. Innovation's swinging on in to the natural base and getting that unload, and this is the mobility that Bio has. There are enough Lings here with 1/1, I think, to shut this down. Yeah, especially with the Spore Crawler hitting the medevac. That's going to force Innovation away. A couple Marines walking onto creep by themselves to scout for the presence of a 5th, and by golly, there is one, and by golly, they paid for that information with their very lives. I don't know where the Reaper went. I just realized. He dead. I don't know where he went. Serral is happily at 77. Oh, 80 workers. Yes, Innovation's at 73 on 3 bases because why not? He is oversaturated on all of his bases right now. He needs that 4th. Losing that 4th is a problem for him. But this game is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. We are just getting this thing started. I'm gearing up. I'm gearing up for an incredible game here. Banelings. Oh, that's a pickup, and that's a get on out. There are Lings. Are these 2-2? These are +2 armored Zerglings getting into the mineral line. Oh! Causing problems. Picking off that tank. Going after SCVs. Bam, 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 bam. But Marines, there are enough Marines here to shoo the Lings away. They're trying to run past and get out. Only 2 of them managed to do so. This is okay. This is a good strategy, actually. Patrolling Lings here means that drops can't get anything done. You cannot drop here with Marines. The Lings will destroy them as they drop one by one. You don't have to really sacrifice a whole lot to make that essentially drop proof. Now, the thing that Serral isn't doing is investing in air. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have a Spire, even just for a few Corruptors to deal with these medevacs. He has killed, I'm going to say 0 medevacs. 1 medevac died, that's right, to that Queen earlier in the game. But there are how many? 7 medevacs already here. And going for Adrenal Glands, +3 Ground Carapace. Serral is, yeah, he's thinking about going in. There are tanks, though, and I don't know about this little attack. These guys getting rebuffed as well. The tank positioning here by Innovation is kind of insane. It's really, really good. Innovation's got his 3rd base and his 4th base happily running right now. Got sensor towers to see when the swarm is on the way. Not many losses at this point. Only 8,000 for Serral, 3,700 for Innovation. So far, so good. Got a Fusion Core on the way. I assume that's for Liberators and a Liberator Defender Mode range rather than for Battle Cruiser, but it always could be Battle Cruiser, especially in this current patch. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. If you did not watch Serral versus Gumio last week, go watch it. Just pause this now. Pause this right now. Open a new tab. Go search Serral versus Gumio Falcon Paladin. You will find it. It is an incredible ZBT. It is non-standard. It is not what you've seen a million times before. It is not this, right? It is not Bio and tanks and Liberators versus Lings and Banelings. And, ooh, double Spire on the way now. And maybe Broodlords? Yeah, see these Lings ready to rock, dude. Oh, they attack their own Extractor a little bit there. And as a consequence, they get wiped out. That's a lot of dead drones here. Overlord's getting wiped out too here. This drop is killer. For Innovation, the Lings are stuck. There are enough of them, though. They do have Adrenal Gland. They do have +3 armor. Bit of another attack getting cleaned up on the right side. The Hydras are trying to take down the medevacs, but they have that boost. And they are getting out of there. Double Armory. 2nd Armory on the way now for Innovation. Maybe that's upgrades for the Liberators. You might as well. Why not? Yeah, that's Advanced Ballistics. It is not going to be Battle Cruisers, at least for the time being. And there's your Ghost Academy. So Ghost Academy on the way for Innovation. He really relies on those Ghosts. Oh, free medevacs. 1 full medevac. 2 full medevacs. With the yoinks. And Serral. Wow. Causing some major problems for Innovation's army. And for his medevac count. Innovation has a 5th base mining at this gold. It's always a weird situation here on Automaton, where you have the gold and you have the blue minerals right next to each other. Always kind of fun. Yep, Innovation is working on that Greater Spire. His 2nd, does he have a 2nd Spire? He was making 2 at one point. He's got 2. And the other one's working on +1 flyer, so that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, darling. All right, man, so Innovation maxed out. Serral maxed out. Army supply 109 to 112. It's exceptionally even at this stage of the game. Creep spread by Serral is insane right now. It could probably push up to the left a little bit if it wanted to. Abducting these tanks, abducting another tank to pick off. One more tank might do it. And now you can sit back and pick off, oh, maybe, can you pick off those SCVs? I don't know if you can from that distance. That tank is still well placed here by Innovation. His upgrades for said tanks are none. He doesn't have any attack upgrades for them yet, but that's fine. Innovation is making Vikings 5 at a time, which is why you have multiple starports. It is for things like Vikings and Liberators and Medevacs and Vikings if you need them against the Broodlords that are on the way. Pathogen Glands coming in. Burrow. Infestors getting started with Pathogen Glands almost done. It's a little bit late for Innovation. You want to start those Infestors about halfway through Pathogen Glands upgrade timing, so they have that full energy as they start. A little bit late is fine. Drop on the left side. Taking down an Extractor, which has only 300 gas in it. Abducting the Medevacs is pretty good, man. And everybody dies as a result. I mean, I don't know if that drop paid for itself in any sense. It killed an Extractor, I believe, is what it did. The Viper is sucking energy off of that Hydralisk again, I suppose. And he is replacing the Extractor. He wants that gas. He knows against Innovation you need every drop of resources you could possibly get. I'm really surprised. Oh, Liberator swinging around this way. And yes, Serral sees this. He responds to it very quickly. We've got Spores here. Going to chase them away, I think. Innovation taking another base on the top left side. That's going to be his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th base. Up here at about the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock position on your map. He's making 5 command centers at once, you guys. He's just building all of the command centers. Some of them, I think, for extra defense. They're going to be planetary fortresses to deal with attacks later on. I mean, Serral has not been able to kill any of the bases of Innovations right now. And that's something that he likes to do. He likes to start picking off bases at about this time in the game. Outlying ones, right? Just trying to starve the Terran player a little bit. A bit of a chain fungal on this bio and getting some kills. Not bad. I mean, Marines don't have that much HP, as it turns out. So working on Neural Parasite, Serral is also trying to get more Corruptors, +2 flyer attack. Innovation's got a lot of Vikings, y'all. He's got 6, oh, only 6? 3 more on the way, fair enough. He also has +1 air weapons, and that should be nice against these Broodlords too. Marine Marauder coming on in, killing more creep tumors. How many tumors have died in this game, Falcon? The answer is a total of 30. So, I mean, Innovation's done a good job with it. Oh, hold up. What are you? Yeah, man, get in there. Kill them. Kill them ghosts. You have adrenal glands and full upgrades. I know the ghosts have full upgrades too, but you can chew on them a little bit. You're just lings. It's not a big deal. Serral finally spreading creep up along this left side. I feel like he should have done this a while ago. Hey, we got our Nidus. First Nidus of the game. I love that. Nidus Network. We'll see where it goes here. But, man, this is just turning into split the map in half. I'll take mine, you take yours, and meet me on the creep, says Serral. I'll try to be more cost efficient with my trades than you, and we'll see who comes out on top here. Man, alive, wiping out those tanks with Broodlords. The Vikings are nowhere to be seen at all. But Innovation is on such income, he doesn't really care, I don't think, about losing stuff. Serral's trying to figure out how to break this nut, how to crack this nut. And I really think this is probably your answer, just over here, wiping this out with a ton of Banelings, some Lings. Wiping out a base of Innovations is something he needs to do. Here's one that's getting poop actively creeped on it. Yep, here it is. This is what I'm talking about. Lings, Hydras, Banelings. You got to get the base. The Liberators cannot be your concern. Oh, but they are. They are, though. And the Overlord gets picked off there by the Ghost. Innovation pushing on the creep. Killing some Spores, killing some Tumors, and then pulling back off the creep. He does not want to be on creep at any stage of this game. If he ever finds himself on creep, he is pulling back. He's going to kill the creep and then attack onto it. Here's their Nidus. I don't know if Innovation sees this. Does he see this? He has to. These SCVs are in full vision of it. All right, man. What is it? Just a bunch of cracklings. Just all of the cracklings here inside your main base. Innovation is in a world of trouble right now. Losing production facilities and add-ons is something he does not want to do. I can't believe he didn't see that, but he's not really responding to it. He's kind of setting some ghosts up. He's trying to come into some medevacs, but these Hydras say, get out of here, medevacs. No one likes your style at all. Oh, man, look at this. Look at this choke the bio is running into. It's fine, though. The Hydras are trying to stand against this. I don't know about this decision. I really don't. The Hydras do only have +1 attack. They do retreat back into the Nidus. And that was pretty decent. That was some damage done for sure. Killing barracks, killing add-ons. Innovation can replace them pretty easily, but it does slow him down just a little bit. Innovation with another base. He has so many bases. Serral's like, hey, man. We're going to throw a Nidus right in your main. Are you going to recognize this or not? I don't know. At the same time, we're going to attack you here. Going to yoink your Liberators. Going to Parasitic Bomb your Liberators. Going to take steady targeting to some of these Corruptors and Broodlords too. But Nidusing at the same... Dude, just go with the unload. What's in here? Some Hydras? Is it just meant to pull... I think it's just meant to pull stuff back. That was all that was meant to do because it's absolutely dead. Planetary Fortress down to Broodlords. Again, fully upgraded Broodlings are really scary things. Innovation is actually going for +3 air weapons right now, which is going to be really useful again against these Broodlords. We're just maxed out, is what this is. We're maxed out both in supply and in army and in workers. Both players have exactly as much as they want. I think Serral just needs to take as many bases as he can, mine as much as he can, get up enough of a bank as he can, because this is going to turn into one of those games where the map's going to get mined out. Whoever has the better bank, whoever can make the better trades is who's going to win this. Not necessarily who has the biggest army. Dude, we have nukes. Innovation is spoiling us with nukes. Also, there's an attack along the left side at Serral's base, which is problematic. But we gotta watch this nuke. And the hatch does end up going down along with 10 drones. But once again, Serral can replace those pretty darn easily. And he's attacking up towards Innovation's side of the map here, too. He's trying to sneak around and find... Oh, the fungals. Oh, the EMPs, though! The fungals whip, the EMPs connect, and suddenly Serral's in a lot of trouble here. The Viper's getting picked out of the sky by the Viking flock. The fungals, there are still some fungals remaining. The Corruptors are trying to fight against these Vikings and these Liberators. I think they're outnumbered a little bit. This army group is still alive over here. These Marauders, 13 kills and 10 kills each. A lot of them are Broodlords, but they're doing their very best here. Banelings against the Ghost. Oh, the liftoff. Oh, the liftoff from Innovation keeps all of them alive. This is incredible. This is incredible stuff. Innovation is making not making 17 Corruptors at a time, because that's something that Serral is doing, but 4 Vikings at a time, 3 Ghosts at a time, plus 3 air weapons is almost done. It's going to make these Vikings even better against the Vipers and against the Broodlords. Some Lings getting on into Innovation's 7th base along this right side. It's been a very oft-attacked base, and 5 SCVs do get killed. Resources lost 25,000 for Serral, 17 for Innovation. Close enough at this stage of the game where it's not really a huge deal. But Innovation continuing to kill creep tumors, continuing to kill structures like spore crawlers, and just add to that total. Innovation is replacing that base along the left side that did get killed by Marines and Marauders just a minute ago. So the number of bases that have been killed, 1 planetary fortress down and 1 hatchery down. So we're 1-1 at this stage of the game. Creep spreading along the right side here for Serral. A lot of Ghost, man. It's just Ghost Viking Liberator right now from Innovation. The only spellcasters he needs are these Ghosts. Defender mode being used in a defensive capability. Got a handful of fully upgraded Marines and Marauders here killing creep tumors along the left side. It's a good number of them. There is a response here by Zerglings. A nuke along the right side here too. These guys pull off creep and to safety, and the nuke is going to get off here. It's probably going to take down the extractor. I'm fairly sure Serral recognizes this is here. He's not going to lose much to it. Yeah, the extractor is going to wound some of the static defense, but otherwise no big deal. Another nuke attempt pushing further on up here, and another nuke attempt over here. I like this. Innovation is protecting his borders with nukes. I mean, you have to imagine, right? This doesn't actually leave radiation, because otherwise, why would you be doing this on your own land? But the base goes down, another hatchery down, same one down as before. Innovation sneaks a group along this left side. Another nuke on Serral's right side base at the 22-minute mark. I mean, it's not going to kill it, but it's going to hurt it, is what it's going to do here. All this creep spread along the left side is getting cleared out. Thanks to this bio, the creep tumor killed count is now 85. It's insanely high this stage of the game. More nukes in production. We got +3 flyer attack in production too, out of Serral, and some ghosts getting killed. A defensive nuke here. Serral cannot eat this. He's not going to. I think they killed the ghost. Yep, they killed the ghost who was launching it. That stops the nuke from landing. I've always kind of felt like if you launch a nuke and the ghost who's directing it dies after a certain moment or before a certain point, the nuke just lands in a random spot on the map. Like, it just goes rogue, right? As Broodlords continue to attack against some of these Broodlords, the nukes are used in a defensive position, which is just, it's insane to me that Innovation is doing this. I've never seen this before. He's just consistently producing nukes and using them to zone Serral out of certain places. The nukes are landing, they're killing changelings, they're not doing a whole lot other than keeping Serral's army back. Where's the parasitic bomb? I don't know if we have the parasitic bomb, you guys. Are there any Vipers in this group? I'm looking for them. I don't think I see any of them. Is he trying to engage without Viper? I don't think he can engage here without Viper, you guys. I really don't. There's too many Vikings here. The Corruptors are good, but Parasitic Bomb is better. Oh, man. The Banelings chase the Ghosts away. The Corruptors get rid of the Vikings. This is a really great engagement out of Serral right now. The Banelings are trying to explode on the Ghosts and keep this Ghost count down as much as they can. Meanwhile, the Corruptor's causing problems. This planetary fortress under attack again by Broodlings. The repair is real. The ghosts are fighting against the Broodlords. The EMP catches all of the infestors. And there are enough ghosts remaining to wipe out the remaining Broodlords, and Innovation saves his base along the right side. I know I've been using the epic tag a lot lately. I don't like overusing it. I don't like using it for games that suck or games that are kind of okay. I use them for epic games, and this fits the bill. It's yet another epic game from Katowice with Innovation and Serral. Holy cannoli. I think that's Innovation sacrificing some units so he can use them on ghosts. Oh no, he's just making Marines and Marauders and Vikings. Never mind. I don't know what that was. A distraction, perhaps, as a larger armies come along this right side. Might try to take down a base. I really think the goal is just clearing creep and killing spores. That's all these guys are doing. They are just janitorial duty, clearing out this half of the map as best they can. Innovation, he's like, hey, more Broodlords. Serral's like, yeah, man, more Broodlords. Like, what did you expect from me, huh? Serral's replanting this base on the left side that he's lost twice now. He doesn't have the creep spread to support it, is the problem. And he doesn't have enough warning time to know when attack is coming for it. And that's why he's lost it twice now. But, yeah, we're going to mine out this map. Every base is heavily being mined. Yeah, this one especially. With something like 10 mules mining this one out, it's going to mine out very, very quickly indeed. But more spores in production. Serral is just continuing with what got him here. Ooh, some bugged out drones. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. This guy's like having a drone seizure over here. That is really... Oh, there are two of them? I think there are two of them seizuring together. Or seizing together? I believe that's the correct phrase. It is the correct phrase. We got nuke number 78 here. He's going to try to kill the ghosts before the nuke lands, and there we go. Yep, that shuts it down. It's a long time on that nuke stuff. Dude, the army coming around the left side again. Innovation's able to sneak up here because the creep spread doesn't exist over here. Ghosts are trying to get on top of these, or on these Broodlords, and vice versa. The Broodlords are trying to get creep and Broodlings on top of these ghosts. Dude, this hatch is going to die again for the third time. For the third time, Serral's going to lose this hatchery. He's looking really vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. Incredibly so. Trying to get the ghost. No, do not. This nuke does not land. Okay, it didn't. They got the ghost. But again, this base is rocked. Another nuke. Gonna chase him away. It forces the spores to lift up and move back. Serral's not going to be caught by surprise by this, but it does force him to react to it. And forcing your opponent to react to something you're doing is how you win StarCraft games. Bank. 2,000, 4,000 for Serral. 2,000, 6,000 for Innovation. And he's just throwing nukes here like they're nothing. Like this isn't gas. This isn't 100 gas that he's tossing here. 6 kills on that ghost. Army on the left side getting chased by Banelings running off creep where they want to be here. And yeah, you don't really want to chase off creep. Serral pushing back, replacing this left side base again. This is a really... This nuke, man. This nuke is really, really close. Get in there. Do you not see this one? Serral. Serral. He does. He gets the drones out, but he's too late. For a lot of it there. Another nuke. This might be the most nukes I've seen of all time. This might be the most nukes I've seen in one game in my StarCraft casting history, and we are 4 years into this, you guys. We are officially past the 4-year mark, and it just keeps getting better. Look at this. Look at this nuke. I wish I could see how many nukes were produced in this game. I don't think it keeps track of that at all. You can't look at them on units lost. It's so many, though. It is so many nuclear launch detecteds. Man, are we mining out? Everyone, I think, is mining out. Free SCVs again, freeing up supply for Innovation. He's maxed out. What does he want to make? A lot of Vikings. So many Vikings. 22 Vikings, 7 Liberators, and 18 Ghosts. That's the large majority of his army, including a whole bunch of nukes, which are just keep getting reproduced at all times. Dude, I am not even kidding. Serral, why is this base not defended? It's one of your last mining homes. You're going to lose this hatchery again. More nuke attempts along the right side of the map. Hatchery ends up going down. Nukes are landing. And the hatchery explodes. Innovation is playing this patient strategy of nuke, 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 nuke. Pick off Serral's bases wherever you can. And then just defend. Defend as much as you're able to do so. Marines trying to pick off some of these corruptors in midair, taking any free damage that is terribly possible at this stage of the game. Ooh, that ghost gets killed by broodlings. Never a good feeling. Never a good feeling at all. More SCVs coming in. Innovation sacrificing them to the supply gods. But yeah, upgrades. We're fully upgraded across the map except for Queens and Roaches and Hydras, which don't have the +3 attack, which is weird. But again, coming on to creep just means you die. And that's the thing. Innovation's been great off creep. On creep, he's looked entirely vulnerable. Another nuke. I've never seen this many nukes. The drones get pulled. The hatchery is going to get injured before it finishes building, which is really frustrating. But what are you going to do? I keep thinking this is an attack. I keep thinking Serral's got units up here, but it's just an Overlord scouting. Serral has not launched a major attack on this outlying base at all. He's tried to kill this one a couple times. He failed the last time. And I wonder if that has him a little bit gun shy here. Has Innovation cracked this code? Has Innovation figured out the composition you want if you're trying to take down Serral? Is it just Liberator, Viking, Ghost with 1,000,000 nukes? Is that it? Innovation has the resources for like 100 more nukes, you guys. He has so much money in the bank. 3,000, 7,000. Serral's at 2,600, 3,900. So his gas bank is a lot lower, and gas is really important in late game CVT. If Zerg does not have gas, they're done. Absolutely done. They can't just make a bunch of Marines or a bunch of Zerglings and make it happen. Dude, this base has been cursed. An old gypsy woman cursed this base. And it's going to die. Another nuke on the right side. Hatch dead. It's been 6 hatches killed so far by Innovation. He is just wearing Innovation down right now. And once again, on the creep, everything goes poorly for Innovation. He does draw some units into the Ghost here. They just pick Vipers out of the sky with that steady targeting ability. And suddenly, it's 132 to 150 army supply. Got some Lings in production. Here come the Infestors. Here come the Broodlords. The Fungals are generally whiffing, I want to say, but catching some of these Ghosts with those is pretty nice. Slowing it down just a little bit anyway. Yeah, man, there's nothing defending this. Look at all this defending this right-hand base. It's a lot. But Serral hasn't even really tried to poke up here, and I wonder if it's because it's sitting in the middle of a sensor tower, and it's hard to get in there without Innovation noticing it. That seems entirely possible. All right, man, Broodlord's in here again, but who knows how to deal with this? Innovation does. Without question. He just does. Five Liberators at a time in production here, sucking some energy off of that forward Spore Crawler. That's what they're there for, too. And, man, look, you push in again. Oh, Fungal Parasitic Bomb. It's kind of incredible. Trying to chain Fungal down those Vikings and those Ghosts. The EMP catches them, though. The EMPs by Innovation have been so on point this game. Few Vikings go down for free. Effectively, Fungals are free, but this group, there's not even a base to kill there. They've just been so consistently. It's not the same guys, right? It's not the same dudes, but it's just been Marines and Marauders from Innovation doing so much work. So much work, you guys. Lings and Banelings defending here. Serral he's responding to this, but he's not responding to it as strongly as he has been in the past. I think Innovation is in the lead here, you guys. Innovation has not been able to hold on to this base, or rather Serral. Serral has not been able to hold on to this base. Innovation has been able to hold on to this base for so long. The mineral patches are getting mined out. There's only 4 of them left here anyway. I mean, are we surprised there's another nuclear launch detected? I don't think so. This Overlord finally gets spotted and chased away. He's been scouting that base the entire time. Drones get pulled out. Baneling's trying to find the guy, and here he is. He's got 8 kills, and he is so dead.
Never say die.
Never say die. Is that another attempted? Dude, Innovation's going to take this base. He's going to take Serral's base along this left side. Innovation has owned it anyway. Serral hasn't really been able to make it his for quite some time now, and he's going to pay for it. Innovation's going to have the more income here. Resources lost, 57,000 for Serral, 47,000 for Innovation. Inno, man. Inno is killing it. Look at this production. He's got so many Ghost Academies. He's got so many barracks. He's got so much defense set up over here. He keeps pushing onto the creep. Again, I don't think with the intent of really pushing, but he's got to keep the creep back, and he's got to keep killing spores. Serral's bank is down to 700 minerals, you guys. 701,000. He's not in the bank game right now. Nice flank attack by the Broodlords, though. Catching a bunch of those units. A lot of stuff going down. That's exactly what he needed to do. 100 billion% what he needed to do there was the surprise flank attack and force Innovation just to flee with whatever he has. But yeah, man, Innovation's like, this base is mine. I have thrown down 15 mules. What are you going to do about it? And Serral's like, well, you know, I'll watch it happen. Right? I've got scouting on it, but I'm not doing anything about it here. What is going on, Serral? Are you just stymied? Are you not sure what to do against this constant nuke attempt? Nuke pressure? Seems entirely possible, and Innovation's just been everywhere at once this entire game. I mean, Fungal versus Marauders. That's not what you want. You want it versus Marines. No, those are really nice Fungals. I like the Infestor play. I like the Broodlords following up, but the nukes are just continuing to be worth their weight in gold. And lost mining time. Hatcheries killed. Not necessarily in drones killed or army killed. But trading some banelings for a ghost is probably a fair trade. That would be made by Innovation every day of the week. These ghosts. Oh, he died in the fog. He's dead now. All right. What do we even say here? I think this is it. This is your key right here. Innovation has more income than Serral does. Serral has effectively one final mining base, which a Liberator, by the way, is rocking, and there's only 1,200 minerals here anyway. I think that's it. If you need to kill this base, you need to kill this base and take it as your own. Innovation recognizes that. He's defending it with a lot of stuff right now, including nukes, which are forcing Serral back. Did he get that ghost? I think he got the ghost. He got the ghost who was attempting to defensively nuke there. You can get that one too. Where's your detection? Where's your overseers? He recognizes he's overstayed his welcome. The rest of Innovation's army is here. They've relocated from here because, again, there's not much here anymore. Man, Liberators setting up just to make sure that Infestors can't get too close to do anything. Spore Crawlers coming in. They're not bothered by Liberators. They're not affected by Defender mode at all. Abducting a couple Liberators while there's a nuke attempt happening. What an insane scene this is. Serral just playing with fire. Where's your other nuke? Is this the... Oh, man, this one's going to land. Woo! Free Queen. Yes. No, more importantly for Innovation is he's kept this base alive. He's sucking the resources dry from that base. And the bank is huge. 6,000 to 5,000. Serral's bank is in the triple digits at this stage. The EMPs are all over the Infestors. Multiple nuke attempts here not happening. Ghosts getting murdered. And, I mean, the nukes are getting shut down before the nukes, like the nuke icon is done loading on the mini-map. That's how fast those guys died. 148 to 152 army supply. It's even that way. Baneling's trying to get some hits, and there we go. That's what you want, is the Broodlords on top of those ghosts, but the Viking count is insane. Parasitic Bomb, really great. Splitting off instantly, though, is Innovation because he's insane at this game. 14 Vikings in the sky, losing more to the Parasitic Bomb. Broodlings crushing what's on the ground here. Liberators taking Parasitic Bomb and hurting their neighbors, too. Serral holding back. 125 to 145 army supply. He can't replace his losses right now. He can't do it. Oh, did he nuke his own stuff a little bit? Yeah, man, that missile turret took some damage from his own nuke, which seems problematic. But yeah, Innovation's making 6 Vikings at a time. Serral is making 2 Broodlords at a time. That math does not add up. That math is bad math. Is this another tank wandering around the right side for some reason? Broodlords, again, trying to pick off those ghosts as cost efficiently as they can while not allowing the Vikings to shoot them directly in the face. The Broodlords are key here. They need to stay alive for Serral if he's going to win this game. But he's down 50 supply. He's down 40 supply in army. And Innovation, you don't go on creep. You kill creep. You kill static defense. You snipe down Broodlords. You don't get fungaled in the face. This is too much fungal, actually. Innovation, what are you doing? But again, everything he loses can be easily replaced with his humongous resource bank. he's, again, mining all of the minerals over here on that left side base that Serral could not hang on to. That was it. That was the key to this game, was Serral being unable to hold on that left side base. And now it's Innovation just slowly whittling away. It's Serral's army here. Innovation dealing with a Ling counterattack here. Serral's got some desperation Lings on the other side of the map right now. They might take down a sensor tower, but in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? I don't think it does. I am convinced it does not matter. Parasitic Bomb going to take down a Liberator. Yes. Yes, it is. We are mining this map out. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe we're mining out Automaton. That is so insane. Innovation at this stage is totally happy making 4 ghosts at a time. Or 4 nukes at a time. Even 4 ghosts at a time. Why not? He's capable of that too. Alright, man. More Parasitic Bomb. Catching some of those Vikings too. Can't fly over that. That is a danger zone. Ooh, they're close enough to catch that splash damage from that Parasitic Bomb. The Liberators are not moving though. They are not moving. EMP tossed down. And the Ghosts paying for it with their lives. Vikings sucking energy off that extractor. The income for Serral is 500 minerals per minute. Innovations is only 600 per minute, but it all comes down to our bank right now. Coming on in, the Fungals are holding the Horde at bay. Innovation pulling back again. I think he might have overextended there. That's a lot of dead spores. Whichever Ghost got that one off is very pleased with himself there. I don't know if Serral can afford to just throw up additional spores. He's doing it. He's only got 600 minerals to work with right now, though. His army supply is 113 to 167 for Innovation. Resources lost here are 73,000 for Serral, 65,000 for Innovation. So not only has Serral lost more, his income has been less because he didn't get this base. And Innovation has mined out every single base on his side of the map. I don't know if killing Overlords is what you want to do here. More Parasitic Bomb getting tossed down. Some Vikings catching a little bit of that. Innovation getting a little bit careless here. But he is slowly and he is methodically working his way on in. There are some abducts. Some Parasitic Bombs on the Vikings because they love to stack. They love stacking. Bringing SCVs to the front to repair. That's really smart. Really, really smart there. Oh, the Marines coming around the right side. Innovation encroaching onto this creep. The Broodlords. The Broodlords are chasing them away. You just can't A-move into this because there are Broodlords ready and ready to rock. Innovation coming in for one more. Does pick off I think that was a Viper that got sniped off there. Hard to tell. Another nuke at the front. This is going to be called the nuke game. This is the nuke game. EMPs have just been gorgeous the entire game. I caught almost all of the infestors with those EMPs. Man, the Parasitic Bombs have just been consistent. Every time Liberator's set up, there's a bomb there waiting for him. We're ready to rock, but maxed out to 132 supply. Defending with everything he has right now is Serral. Trying to use the infestors. Most of them are out of energy. The Broodlords are gone. The Corruptors are gone. The Micro is basically out for Serral. He's not trying to get out of here at all, and that is your good game. Innovation is your winner in 42 minutes and 50 seconds. I can't. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on right now. Oh my gosh. I am spent, is what I am. That was 42 minutes of insane ZVT with probably the best Terran in the world versus the best Zerg on planet Earth, and Innovation comes out on top. Serral. What else can you say about Innovation here? Nukes. I want to say it felt like what? 40 nukes? Is that too many? Is it too many to say he made 40 nukes? I don't think it is. The EMPs. Look at these infestors. Look how much energy they have. Look at them. They don't have any energy on them. Nothing. Nothing at all. The EMPs made sure of that. The Broodlords were pretty good. 10 kills, 4 kills, not amazing. The Ghost, 13 kills here. 9 there. The Viking count was always huge for the remaining, like, the last 20 minutes of the game was all Vikings. All the time to deal with these Brood Lords. And again, the Ghosts handle Ultras exceptionally well, so he couldn't go Ultra here. Serral was not going Ultralisk against this number of Ghosts. Steady targeting just wrecks those guys. If you can fungal them so they can't steady target and then get on top of them with Banelings and Ultras, okay. But again, Innovation was not fighting on creep. He was refusing to fight on creep. Look at him, how far he pushed the creep back in this game. The creep was here. The creep was encroaching on his bases and his livelihood, and he pushed it all the way back by killing 180 creep tumors. 180 tumors died. 40 remain. 40 remain for Serral at the end of that game. Wow. 31 Broodlords died, 51 Vikings, 47 Ghosts, 212 Marines, 55 Marauders, 13 Infestors, 43 Corruptors, 7 bases. That was key. 1 Planetary Fortress died, 2 Command Centers died, and 7 hatcheries died. Couple were down here. I want to say this base got killed at least 4 or 5 times by Innovation before he took it. Serral just did not have the map awareness, the map vision. To see the attacks coming, he was too late to respond. Innovation had pressure on this side of the map, and there was no way that Serral could respond to this in time to shut it down. That's the thing with Broodlords. They can be abused for their immobility. And when that happens, you just kind of hit up both sides of the map, hit them at the same time. The Broodlords have to choose, and they can't choose. Excuse me, they can't choose correctly at all times. So yeah, you want to beat Serral? You want to beat Serral in a 42-minute game, the best macro Zerg player of all time? Maybe. I don't know if he has that title, but he loves macro. He lives for macro. If you want to beat him, just make 100 Ghosts, nuke him constantly for 40 minutes. Keep making Vikings because you're going to lose a bunch of them because Parasitic Bomb will be consistent. You're going to lose, again, 51 of those. And then just be patient. Clear creep, pull back. Clear creep, pull back. Come on to creep a little bit, pull back. You're going to get fungled. You're going to take Banelings to the face. You cannot be discouraged. You must continue to shut down Serral's bases. Take 1 extra of your own. And then after 42 minutes, you will get the win. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. Innovation has just got to be absolutely spent after that game. I really hope they had some breaks between these games, because if they went right from this one into another one, it'd be nuts. I don't know what they do. Innovation would probably proxy racks, because he's like, I don't have the energy to go for another 42-minute game against Serral. I've got, like, I have a family. I can't leave them behind. Wow. Just wow. That may have well been the best StarCraft 2 game I've ever casted on my channel. I don't know. I'm feeling that way now, but recency bias is real. I'll think about it. We'll discuss it later. Let me know in the comments. What is your favorite StarCraft 2 game I've ever cast on the channel? If you can remember, I've cast a lot of StarCraft 2. All right, good. Fine. I think it's time to wrap this thing up. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.